Hello, Beard Wizard family. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host. I just got thrown off because I realized I'm not wearing a hat, which I normally wear. So you get to see me without a hat today. Whatever. Uh, I just saw myself in the video preview and I went, oh, shit. All right. Well, welcome to Beard Wizard Reviews. This is a live show, boys and girls. So sometimes you see the way things are made, the mistakes that happen, and all the behind-the-scenes stuff. And I like it that way because you're getting me. You're not getting an edited me. You're not getting curated the best version of me. You're just getting me. And we look at music, art, content, and review or react to it. And that's what we do on Beard Wizard Reviews. So it is Thursday. We often add new artists, new content creators to the roster on Thursdays. And I found one that's sort of new, but not exactly. And I'll say why in a minute. But before we jump into that, many ways to support us in the video description below, including clicking that red subscribe button and getting us to 15,000 subscribers as soon as possible. That's the biggest way to help us out. Other ways down there's my merch store, my books, a game that I just put out not too long ago, and a lot of other ways really to support us monetarily. But clicking that red subscribe button, liking the videos, commenting on the videos, and sharing them is the biggest way to help us out. Even the negative comments. Every time I post a Tom MacDonald short, I get negative comments. Even when he's singing a song about suicide prevention, people still want to hate. And it's like, all right, well, I mean, thanks for the help with the algorithm, guys, but whatever. But today, Dead Poet Society is on the roster, and they are sort of new to the channel. We saw them previously when they collaborated with The Warning on a song called The Hurt. And they've been on my list for a while, and they just put out a new one. I thought, why not? Let's check out the new one. And it's really good. So it's a live review show. I've listened to this before, but we're going to listen to it again to talk about the music. If you are in the live stream, say hi. I love talking to you guys. And if you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. But this is the new song from Dead Poet Society called Cold. And we're going to take a look. Pause as necessary, etc. and so on. Here we go. Cheers. I would too in a place like that. She must have a red stapler.
No one's gonna save us, no one ever did. I didn't mean it, didn't mean it, calling you out on me. I didn't mean it, how did I become so cold, 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 hiding ruthless, cold, cold.
Dig her voice a lot. The music sounds great. The imagery is really stark, and it fits. Obviously, it fits the song. I noticed the stapler, but then right next to the stapler on the dash, you have the machete or the large carving knife. You have the family. I think it looks like a couple, maybe a mother and father, crying. Like, there is so much going on in this video as this story progresses. It's really cool to watch. But vocally, I'm liking the vocals. I'm liking the song so far. The distortion of the guitar and the bass works really well for the sort of harshness of the imagery that we're getting. So really cool so far. Really good start.
Tried holding on for the sake of everything we've been through. On the darkest days, but time keeps moving on. And I thought I could maybe move beyond the pain, but something's kicking in my head. Thought I could have saved you, but I never did. Got it so fucked up, even though I said this is what I need now. Something's gotta give. I didn't mean it.
I like the the way she's phrasing some of these lines, and I'm gonna mess it up with the lyrics, but the part about, she tried so hard even though it seemed like it was gonna end. Probably talking about a relationship and tried not to give up, and I think that's a state of us, a state of human beings. We often will put up with so much before we finally say that's enough. And I've said this before, but it's one of my favorite lines out of the Declaration of Independence, actually. And I'm going to butcher the quote, but it is basically that human beings will put up with discomfort for so long before they finally say it's enough. And it's kind of the nature of us that we do that because we know things aren't always going to be great. So you don't want to give up at the first sign of adversity. You don't want to just throw your hands up and say, I'm done at the first sign of struggle. Some people do, but generally as a whole, we don't. But it can also get us into a lot of trouble sometimes. Love that. What's in the box? Every time I see a box, it's a bad spot to stop it. But every time I see that, we think of the movie Seven, and I can't help it. What's in the box? Very cool song. So, and normally I like to share a little bit about the band beforehand. And I didn't. I forgot to do that. But one thing I want to look at is, did they feature somebody else? Because I could have swore that, I clicked on the wrong thing. I could have swore that we were hearing a female vocalist. But maybe so the band, it's an American metal band rock band formed in Boston in 2013. Jack Underkoffler is on vocals and guitar, Jack Collins on guitar, Nick Taylor bass, which he's one of the past members. But current members, Jack Underkoffler, Jack Collins, Dylan Brenner, and Will Goodroad. I wonder if that